Mind over matter is magic. I do magic. You think of that? Mind over matter is magic. I do magic.
Yeah. Welcome to Mind Over Matter, baby. I'm your host, Deja Wallace. Welcome to another episode. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. If this is not, welcome back. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. You real, you loyal. Appreciate you. Shout out to you. Yo, I'm outside. I'm outside today. If you can't hear by the wind, the light rustles of the leaves, you may not know for my audio listeners, but really pay attention. I'm outside, guys, not in. I'm great today. It's a beautiful day. The sun is out, and I'm about to really get into why school. It's a lot going on out here because I'm outside, so it's really hard for me to focus. I'm just sprout, boom, box, shit. It's a lot going on. My sensory is on overload. My sensory receptors are on overload. All right, let me focus because I'm really trying to get this. I'm really trying to get this episode done. Episode 64 of Mind Over Matter. We're going to be talking about life after graduation. What's next on this journey of life for me? And just being free. Period. And why school is a scam. I'm gonna touch on that just a little bit. Spoke about that a long time ago, episode 8, why school is a scam. But we're about to dive into all of that in today's episode. So kick back, relax, and enjoy this episode. Free at last, free at last. Yo, it's strategic how everything is aligning right now because it's Juneteenth. Shout out to all my Black people out here. If you don't know what Juneteenth is, I'm not about to explain it for you. So go Google that. Don't Google it yet. Wait until the end of this episode and then Google it. Or you could Google it while watching this episode. But yeah, I'm free. I'm free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. And I graduated, y'all. You see, this is that graduation glow. That graduation flow. You get me. If you get me, you get me. Have you ever felt like you're in a period of your life where you're just there's a lot of uncertainty? It's a lot of unknown. You just really don't know what the next year would look like. And it just brings on this sense of anxiety for me. Something that I feel like a lot of people in their early 20s go through, where a lot of people are moving at different paces and we compare ourselves to our peers a lot. Just we all move at our own pace. Everything is on divine timing. And the anxiety really kicks in for me. When I start to think about what's next on this journey of life for me, is a lot of pressure I put on myself to succeed. Life is not a roadmap. You don't know what your next destination is going to be. And especially the whole schooling and college experience was sold to me personally as you get your degree, you get your job, you go out into the world, you find your spouse, or your spouse finds you, or y'all find each other and have babies and live happily ever after, and you work in the job of your dreams, and you have your dream house, and you have your dream life. And life is not necessarily linear. We all have our own roadmaps. There's no set blueprint that we all have to follow, and we all have to check off to-do list to make sure we're on the right track. Because I felt a lot of pressure, especially going into college. Now I know that's just an illusion and that's just what other people impose onto me because that's what they've been taught. But I'm not even going to hold it against my mother or my father or my loved ones for even teaching me this or even like putting pressure on me, because they don't want to see me being a bum. You know, they don't want to see me not succeeding. So it makes sense why they put the pressure on me. It's up to you, or it's up to me in this case, or it's up to us. I feel like this next generation, there's going to be a big shift. I'm 22 right now. I already see the shift where we understand that we're no longer trying to people please as much. I feel like there's this like evolution where we understand that the 9 to 5 is really no longer a 9 to 5. We can create our time, we can create our hours, and we can create the environments and spaces we want to be ourselves in. We don't have to conform to environments that don't accept us as we are. We can create new spaces and new environments where we can flourish and shine and be happy and don't feel like we have to dim our light. And I feel like even in college a lot, college is a whole it's a whole scam for me personally. This is my point of view as college. If you aren't a doctor, a lawyer, something that's making big figures and you actually need to study and know the ins and outs and know the mechanics of things, then college is not a scam. But if you want to be a journalist like me, or if you want to be like a photographer, journalism and photography and like a lot of creative work, what I don't like about the whole ideology of college is it kind of paints a narrative where you feel like you're entitled to things once you leave, and the institution is going to give you things and give you access to things, but you are your own person. You have to take the initiative to, for example, in my case, create a podcast while in college. I didn't wait until I finished college. I started a podcast when I took a break from college, and what I learned is that I cannot wait for handouts. I cannot wait for a professor to be like, "Oh, here's your dream job, Deja." No, that's not happening. Like, you have to really go out and do what you want to do and stop waiting for permission to do what you want to do. Because if you wait for permission to do this one thing, then you're going to keep waiting for permission to do the next thing. And you're basically giving somebody authority over your life when you wait for permission. Stop waiting for permission, and you're allowed to do whatever you allow yourself to do. Stop waiting for people to give you the green light. Give yourself the green light. Give yourself the validation. Tell yourself, good job. Tell yourself, I can do it. Because if you're waiting for external forces to confirm you're on the right path, that can just lead to anxiety. How would they know you're on the right path? They're not God. They don't know what makes you happy. They don't know what pleasures you. Pleasure. They don't know what really turns you on. Stop waiting for permission and give yourself the permission. You have authority over your actions. So stop acting like somebody else can dictate what you do in life. No institution dictated what I did in life. I did things because I knew what my core values were. I knew that I valued my happiness. I knew that I valued being fulfilled in life. So I took the initiative to be happy, take a hold of my happiness, take a hold of my destiny. These institutions, I feel like they're overpriced, number one. That's why I say it's a scam. School is a scam mainly because of the pricing, which is crazy. It's bonkers. It's bonkers, y'all. Have y'all seen how much college costs? It doesn't make no type of sense. And I'm kind of contradicting myself because, like, oh, you're saying college is scam, but you went to college. Because I understand the power of mindset. I didn't go into college with the mindset that it's a scam. I kind of understood that I went there to create connections, to create just a strong, solid foundation. It was just, I did work outside of the classroom. A lot of kids in college, they don't do work outside of the classroom that will fulfill them. They just go nonchalantly through their 4-year experience or 6-year experience or 8-year, which is crazy to me. 8 years is crazy. Like, 8 years? Are you? Yeah. Or 8 years thinking that if I follow this curriculum, I will be rewarded. And in all reality, you could follow that curriculum and not find a job for the next 4 years. And nothing's wrong with that. Stop waiting for external circumstances or external environments to confirm what you want to do. Because, all right, for instance, when I went into college, I went to have a good time. I didn't really think about my academic workload until the pandemic hit, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm not going to be in the classroom. I didn't know what I was going to do. I went to school 4 years for architecture. I didn't like it. It was ghetto. Architecture was not for me at all. Even got a scholarship to go study architecture. My parents really, 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 really wanted me to study architecture because it's a scholarship. They don't got to pay. Like, girl, you better go to City Tech across the street from your school and study architecture. I'm not doing that. You're bugging. Why would I do something I don't want to do? And I went to college. I was like, okay, let me do computer science. They make money. I like money. Why not learn this skill to make a lot of money? Okay, so I took up computer science. Computer science was not for me. I changed to undecided because I literally was lost. I did not know what to do. From undecided, I went to liberal arts. Liberal arts, it just felt like I was in high school again. Didn't know what to do. After liberal arts, what I went to? I went to communications. After communications, I'm just like, communications is basically an English. Like, it's too easy. I need something more challenging. So then I was like, you know what? I've like always wanted to be a radio personality. Journalism, boom. Long story short, I'm telling you, I changed my mind how many times just to please myself. I wanted to be happy with what I was doing in college. I went to college to do something that made me happy. You should be doing things that make you happy. You know how many times I talk to people that went to college with me and I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, I just want to make my mom happy. I just want to make dad happy. Of course I want to make my parents proud. It's such a gratifying feeling to make my parents proud. But I'm not solely going to be miserable them whole 4 years just to make somebody else proud. If you get me, you get me. I think the moral of the story, the biggest thing I've learned while in college is make yourself proud. Do things that make you proud. I feel like there's going to be a snowball effect of other people who genuinely care about you are going to inevitably be happy for you and be proud of you in return. Make yourself proud. It's not selfish. It's not selfish at all to put yourself first. Because even when you're on an airplane, right? It's a great analogy, by the way. Listen to this. Listen to this, son. If you're on an airplane, right? And the oxygen max come down, the first thing they teach you is when you can't breathe and the oxygen mask come down in the case of emergency, the first thing you're supposed to do is put the oxygen mask on yourself. Save yourself. Because you can't help anybody if you're about to die. You have to be able to breathe in order to think clearly and assist the person next to you to put on their oxygen mask. And that's just an analogy for life. If you don't have the mental capacity to help somebody, why are you trying to help them? Help yourself. Because in return, then you can help them. And that's the main thing I learned while being in college. I hope I didn't lose any of y'all. I'll be going all over the place, but I'm still here though. I'm still here though. I'm still outside. Yeah. But there's just so much things college has taught me outside of the classroom. I think all my life, all my lessons that I've learned within those 5 years, yes, it took me a little longer. I'm not slow, I swear. I went to college during a whole pandemic. Was you biggest thing college taught me was that you have to make the life you want for yourself. No professor, no parent, nobody is going to help you make the life you want because they don't even know what you like. And I already said that earlier, but that's how true it is. I had to say it again. I had to say it again because I don't think y'all heard me the first time. But I'm really like outside, I'm glowing, I'm happy. And another big thing I learned while being in college is celebrate yourself. I know I sound mad selfish right now. It's giving Kanye, but without the without the without the bipolar. The biggest yeah. The biggest lesson I learned was that because during that season there's a lot of celebration, there's a lot of just self-grandizing and just receiving your flowers after graduation. And the thing is, I don't receive compliments well. I don't know if any of you go through this, but I don't know how to celebrate myself. I really don't. And I don't know how to accept when people give me compliments. And I don't know if that's like, I don't know. I probably need some therapy on that, but I literally feel scared to be happy sometimes. And I think that's also with the environment and the circles I've been in where people made me feel as if because they aren't happy, I shouldn't be happy. And because they aren't getting to their goals or fulfilled in life, they try to take that shit from me. So I hide my happiness a lot. And I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to do that. I don't want to, it's not. The thing I noticed is that, okay, people are saying, oh, congratulations and da 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 da. And I feel numb to it. Is that, I know it's sad, but like, it's something I'm working on is celebrating myself. Yeah, I think it's just my upbringing too. I feel like there's always more to be done. As soon as I open my eyes, I'm doing things. Like I'm going to the next task throughout my day. Like I'm multitasking. I'm doing a lot throughout my day. And I don't give myself even the chance to be like, wow, I accomplished a lot today. I'm just like, what's next? What's next? And the toxic thing about that, I think that's just what comes with being in a capitalistic society and having to always go on to the next thing and go to work despite how you're feeling. And these days feel like they're coming by so fast. No matter how you feel, you have to just conquer the next day and go to the next day and go to the next day. You don't get time to bask in what you just did. And that's why shout out to meditation, yo, and self-reflection and this podcast, because self-reflection is so underrated. When you're able to self-reflect, you're able to stop everything you're doing and assess how you feel and what you can do better to bring yourself closer to yourself. Yeah. Even like when I think about the podcast, right? I've been doing it for 2 years. I got a few accolades already because of it, and I've gotten myself to where I am now. And I still don't celebrate a lot because I know there's so much more I can do. And I'm gonna twist this on you. I'm gonna do a little razzle dazzle on you. Let me change my mindset right now, right now. Mind over matter, baby. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a great thing, honestly, because I understand that there's so much more I want to do. My dreams are so big that they honestly do frighten me. They scare the shit out of me, man. And I think that's why I don't congratulate myself because I know there's so much more work to be done and the journey is long and I'm just scratching the surface. I'm not even scratching the surface. I probably chipped the surface a little by accident. There's a lot going on outside of today. But just know we outside. Yo, we got the helicopter outside. We got NYPD outside. Yo, they're mad loud for no reason. Like this big ass helicopter, bro. The main reason I realized I just had an epiphany, y'all. I just had an epiphany. I understand why I don't like to be celebrated and why I don't like my success. I do like my success. I'm bugging out. I understand why I'm kind of scared of attention in a way, especially when it's positive attention and receiving my flowers. Because I think it's a part of like just some epigenetic trauma that I need to unpack and I need to meditate on. I need to talk out with you guys because I understand it now. It's some PTSD from like some slavery times that been passed on to me. Because if I really think about it, if you really think about it too, if we really think about it, especially if you're black, there has been numerous times in history where black people have been beaten on, arrested, stomped out, sprayed at hoses, shot, families threatened, babies threatened. They had to go into hiding, leave the country sometimes just because they were successful. So that makes sense. That actually makes sense. But I'm trying to change that narrative. I'm breaking generational curses. You get me? But I understand now why. Oh, snap. Oh. See, y'all seen this epiphany on camera. You get me? On live, on in the flesh. Y'all seen this epiphany. Wow, that's why. Yo. I'm really my own therapist, y'all. Like, that makes so much sense. Oh, snap. Sheesh. Damn. Damn. Black people been through a lot. On Juneteenth, damn, I'm having revelations, y'all. But, yeah, I'm just trying to change that mindset, though. Because I'm trying to glow. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to shout my successes from the rooftop with my gut. I want to belch it out. And be like, yep, I did that, you know? I'm not trying to be shy about my success anymore. I'm proud of myself, for real. And I hope you're proud of yourself, too. And I'm not scared about the next journey because, like, it's a lot, like I said, I want to do. So I've been getting a little better with accepting my flowers, you know? I didn't really, like, rush on to the next project after graduating, which is not unlike me. So that's progress. You know, took a little trip to Grand Cayman Islands. We was outside. And that's really what I want to do with this next journey in my life is travel. I don't want to give myself more work. I just did like 18 years of schooling, bare homework, bare work. That's bare work. 18 years of my life. I dedicated to school. And then I'm trying to go in to do more work. You got me, but fucked up. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. I am not about to rush into anything right now. I'm about to bask in my accomplishments. Like 18 years of schooling, and you want me to go into a job and do more work? Like, no, like, no. I'm going to do what makes me happy starting now. Nah, I've been doing what made me happy. But yeah, like 18 years of schooling, I probably did more than that, honestly. I don't know. That's probably 1,000 assignments, more than 1,000 assignments. So why would I rush on to the next task? Why would I rush to go to a job to do more work? That makes sense? That I don't enjoy. That makes sense to you? Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know in the comment section down below if that makes sense. Because it doesn't make sense to me. I want to enjoy all that hard work I've done. Like, I got a degree now. Talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all. That's really how I'm moving for now, from now on. Because, like, I said all of that to say travel, enjoy life, do things that make you happy, try things that make you uncomfortable, do things that make you feel insecure. Like, people are looking at me while I'm recording this. I feel mad insecure, but I'm still talking. Why? Because I know that on the other side of fear is everything you ever wanted. Insecurity is a good sign, or I would say feeling uncomfortable more so is a good sign that you are doing something that is going to help you grow. You can't grow and be comfortable at the same time. You're gonna go through growing pains, Deja. Talking to you, future Deja. Listen up, listen up. You're gonna go through growing pains, right? You're gonna go through trials and tribulations. You gotta keep going. Because if you don't keep going, you're going to stay the same and you're gonna stay stagnant. So I understand why I'm like this. Wow, growth. I understand why I'm like this. It's not like I'm trying to distract myself with different tasks. It's more so I'm trying to get my ideas off in an effective manner because I'm always creating. I'm always trying to go to the next thing because I feel like ideas do have a time limit on it. Sometimes it's just not the right time for that idea and people aren't going to receive it at that time how they're supposed to receive it. Even think about algorithms and social media. Some people, they go from having 10 followers, I'm dragging it. They probably go from having like 100 or 200 followers to 2,000 because of an idea and because of timing. And that same idea probably wouldn't have went viral just a week prior or a week before. Because I feel like our ideas are very time sensitive. So if you have an idea, try to execute it as fast as possible. That's what I do because I don't want it to marinate and then that time is gone and that clarity of that vision I wanted to do is gone. So right now I'm trying to just keep moving, keep going. If I have an idea, I'm executing, period. And I hope, you really take time this week to self-reflect and take in what you've done and acknowledge it, appreciate it, and keep going. Don't stay stagnant. Keep moving. Even if it's not perfect, just keep going. Keep creating. Keep trying. Your effort actually matters. So that's really where I'm getting at with this episode. I like this episode. I think this is one of my favorite episodes ever. That's a good one. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a blessed day. Do something that scares you today. Do something that makes you uncomfortable today. And just dedicate these days to making yourself happy. Make yourself proud. Look in the mirror when you wake up and be like, I'm proud of you. And feel it. Feel it. Feel the jitters go throughout your body as you say it. Yeah. And that's it. And that's that. And that's on period. Thank you for listening to another episode of Mind Over Matter, baby. I appreciate you for coming back, tuning in. Shout out to you. There's a lot of content coming this summer, a lot of collaborations, a lot of different things I got in store for the podcast. So if you have any podcast ideas, topic ideas you want to see me do, any topics you want me to talk about, want me to dissect for you, want me to have a good, quick little, synopsis, I got you. Just, you can comment, you can DM me, and I'll answer you. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, mother, that it's mind over matter, baby.